Marriage as a social institution has been around for thousands of years. With things that are thousands of years old, it's easy to assume that they can only change slowly. But development from the middle of the 20th century shows that this assumption is wrong. In many countries, marriage are becoming less common. People are marrying late. Unmarried couples are increasingly choosing to live together. And in many other countries, we are seeing a decoupling of parenthood and marriage. Sometimes, however, the bond of marriage breaks. According to the United States National Center for Health Statistics, approximately 4 to 5 million people get married every year in the United States, and approximately 42 to 53% of those marriages eventually end in divorce. Divorce is one of many problems facing the family unit today. Divorce has many possible causes, including infidelity, financial problems, loss of intimacy, substance abuse, domestic abuse, lack of commitment, moral differences, and simply growing apart. According to data from the United Nations and other sources, the country with the highest divorce rate in the world in 2020 was the Maldives, which recorded 2,984 divorces against a population of 540,544, resulting in a divorce rate of 5.52 per 1,000 people. This is actually a notable step down from the country's widely publicized rate of 10.97 in 2002, which earned the country a Guinness World Record. The former Soviet Republic of Kazakhstan endured the second highest divorce rate in the world in 2020, with 4.6 divorces for every 1,000 people. Close behind are Russia with 3.9, Belgium 3.7, and Belarus 3.7. The United States lands in a four-way tie for spots 9 to 12 on the list, with an annual divorce rate of 2.7 per 1,000 people. In the US, Nevada has the highest divorce rate at 14%. According to a report obtained from MoneyWeb, at 17.6%, the South African divorce rate is low by world standard, but almost 1 in 5 marriages end in divorce. In Nigeria, a report from OpenDataForAfrica.org says studies have revealed that the divorce rate in Nigeria is 3 times lower than that in America. Only 0.72% of population in Nigeria is divorced. In a report by James Griffiths, in Hong Kong, the number of divorces recorded in China has fallen by more than 70% since the introduction of mandatory cooling-off period earlier in 2021. A statistics released by the country's Ministry of Civil Affairs, as reported, says 296,000 divorces were registered in the first quarter of 2021, compared to 1.06 million in the final quarter of 2020, a drop of 72%. A report from HG.org Legal Resources also states that for the period of 2009 to 2010, there were 2,444 divorces granted in Trinidad and Tobago. In 2010 to 2011, there were 2,857 divorces filed and 2,189 divorces granted. By comparison, relatively few proceedings for judicial separations and nullity were brought in the Trinidad and Tobago courts. Jamaican blog report says Director General of the Statistical Institute of Jamaica, Carol Coy, recently revealed that marriages were declined by nearly 5% from 2017 to 2018. While speaking with Erie FM, she said there were 16,719 marriages in 2018, a decline of 4.8%. She added that the divorce rate for 2018 was 20.4 divorces per 100 marriages compared to 16.4 divorces per 100 marriages in 2017. In a report by Elio Contrafori on what contributes to high divorce rates in Spain in 2019, it was observed that despite the fact that Spain is predominantly Catholic, its divorce rate is alarming. The rate of marriages ending in divorce has risen to 65% since divorce was legalized in 1981, and divorce process was eased in 2005 through a government bill. As at when this report was made in 2019, Spain had the second highest divorce rate in the world, following Luxembourg. According to a report on Deccan Herald, an Indian English daily newspaper, India is officially considered to be one of the countries with the lowest divorce rates in the world. Indeed, if we rely on cold figures and statistical studies, it turns out that India, only about 1% of all married couples end their joint family life with a dissolution of marriage. People have different views on the effect of divorce on children, but not a few analysts opine that when a couple opts for divorce, the resultant effects on them and their children are most times negative. Children often have feelings of loss, anger, confusion, anxiety, and many others. A child may feel a sense of loss. For some children, a divorce or separation does not only mean losing their home, they also lose the way of their life. A study reveals that in the United States, the daughters of divorced parents have a higher divorce rate of 60%. 36.6% of marriages in the US end in divorce. Roughly 1 in 2 children will see their parents' marriage break up, and 21% of children are being raised without their fathers in America. Children are more likely to experience behavioral issues when parents divorce when the child is between the age of 7 and 14. The University College London's Institute of Education conducted the first British study to analyze the emotional impact of splitting up on 6,245 children aged 3 to 14. The study shows that those children who experience parental separation aged between 7 and 14 are 16% more likely to experience behavioral issues and emotional problems such as anxiety and depression. Children who witness a contentious relationship between their parents may often have a very poor academic performance. A research on parental divorce and children's schooling in rural Malawi by Sophia Chi found that Malawian children who experience parental divorce have lower grade attainment, a finding with important implication for the future of children affected by divorce. In recent years, divorce has become the most preferred option by couples when a marriage stops working. But considering its effect on the mental health of the children, one can be cautious so that children don't suffer a drastic after effect. A couple can consider keeping a healthy relationship with their children even after the divorce process. Try visiting them frequently and keep them assured that you still care about them as a father or a mother. Keep a regular communication space between you and your child and never leave a gap unfilled.